of streaming. Yay! Today we're going to be working on the virus shawl. I got a little, shall we say, bored, frustrated with the reverse shawl. So we're moving on to the virus shawl today. I've already started it, and as you can see, it's a lovely yarn color similar to what I would call unicorn barf. But it's hard to get the mic to pick it up. I mean, not the mic, the camera. It is sparkly! Look at those sparkles! And so I love it. I love it. I would never wear it, but I love it. So, as you can see, it's already well on its way towards being done. But I put a link in the description for how to get to the pattern, and it's fairly straightforward. So I won't really be talking you through this one, but I will be, there we go, gotta make sure that's up. There we go. All right, sorry, my chat wasn't up, so I couldn't see if anybody was in with me. Oh no. All right. So I'm not really going to talk you through this one. This is just something for my hands to do while I'm here. So how is everyone? Was your weekend good? I had a good weekend. Let me know if you're on Twitch and can't see the pattern. I'll pin it up in chat for you. Also let me know if the screen's blurry, the camera's blurry, any of that fun stuff. As you can see, I've had to adjust my setup once again and did not really enjoy the whole camera lurking over my shoulder situation. I also have moved my mic closer to me in hopes that I am better heard. Let me know if I'm still really quiet. So, here we are. It's a lovely morning. Let's see, what is on my pastry? Nope, not that. Let's go over here to my virus shawl pattern. Let's see, I saved that over here. Question mark, Rivers Shawl. Let's see, I probably found it. Doop. Doop. Oh no. 404 not found. The horror. The horror. Alright, let's see. Where did it go? Because it is available on Hobby or Hobie, depending on how you want to pronounce it. It's available on their website. And I swear to you, that's where I got the pattern. Problem is, oh my goodness, you have to go to these websites that are full of ads, and it's just painful. Let's see, did I find it on Ravelry? I probably found it on Ravelry. Visit pattern website. That's in German. That's not the one I want. Let's go over to Ravelry to find my pattern. Crochet, Ravelry. patterns. Search patterns. Virus shawl. Virus shawl. Virus shawl. Virus shawl. There it is. Okay. Boop. Boop. There. Now it is in the chat for you. Fine, folks. For the virus shawl. Sorry that took so long. Anywho. Hello, good morning. I am Snap, and I'm going to be crocheting the virus shawl today. Go ahead, hop in chat if you want, and we will just talk about whatever comes to mind. Oh, no, I don't want to yarn over for that, I'm making a single crochet. So I'm doing the virus shawl. It's pretty easy once you get it started. It just repeats over and over. Same thing. And as long as you count your double crochets here in these large chain spaces, and you always have 10, then you will always have an even shawl. It will always come out the way it's supposed to, but you gotta count. Counting is important, kids, but you only have to count the first time. First time you make the 10 double crochets, you count it, and then after that you just put a double crochet on top of the ones you've already made, so you don't have to count them anymore until you get to the chain spaces again, and then you have to count them. So 10 double crochets. Do, 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 do. You got a book. Okay, that's another one. Okay. And then you do your single crochet, chain 4, 2, 3, 4, single crochet in the next chain space, and double crochet across. What do you think of my dress? It's pretty, isn't it? It's got pockets. It really does. It's got pockets. See? Okay. Sorry. I am a simple girl. I like dresses with pockets. I'm gonna get my footrest off of the frame of the desk so I don't keep clunking it in there. Alright. Let's see, I gotta make sure with this new setup I'm actually visible to the camera. It's silly. Being seen by the camera, the devil you say. Who would want to do that? Sorry, I'm showing my age. I am a millennial. Closer to the zennial side of millennials, so I'm old. I am an old lady. That's why I do my old lady crafts. I crochet, I knit. I got some young person crafts that I do, like I like to leather work. That's pretty fun. 3, 4. That one I need to get set up down here so I can show you folks what I'm doing. Maybe do a stream about leather crafting. I've got a project It's just been sitting there waiting for me to finish stitching it up, and that's the last thing it needs. It's to be stitched together. Well, okay, that's a lie. It needs to be stitched together, and then it needs a lining sewn into it. And the lining has to be machine sewed. I have a sewing machine, but I haven't used it much yet, so it's still kind of scary. So I need to get used to it off camera before I start using it on camera, you know? You know. Like I said, let me know if it's hard to hear me or anything like that. I'm trying to be a little louder than I have been. Trying to get my mic to actually pick me up. Pick up my voice. 4. So that while it's still a relaxing, chill place to be, you can at least hear my voice as I natter on. So did everyone have a good weekend? Did we have a good Father's Day? I pretty much relaxed on Father's Day. My husband is a father, obviously. We have a daughter together. And he really didn't want anything special to be done for Father's Day. He just kind of wanted it to be just another Sunday. So we did. And Sundays are our relaxing day. So we stayed in and just chilled. Watched a bit of a movie. The Accountant 2. We saw The Accountant 1 and we thought it was mildly entertaining. Oh, my yarn ball just fell. Sad day. Why, yarn ball? There's so much to live for, friend. Just shove you back into the keyboard tray. Haha. He's hiding in the keyboard tray. Watch as I pull. Oh, yep, I knew it. There's yarn barf coming. Okay. Just hide the yarn barf. Shh, no one needs to know. Sorry, my hair looks weird. If it looks weird. It's still kind of damp from the shower I took just a little bit ago. I needed to get a shower. I hadn't taken one this weekend because it's dirty. Sorry. 4. Sorry. Gotta count to 4. I can't just do 4 and know that it's 4. I have to count. For the 10, I know, like double crochets, I know that there's 10 below, so I can just crochet those. But for the 4 chains that I have to do, I have to count it out every time. It's pretty annoying. Anyhow, so I had a relaxing weekend. And tomorrow, friends and neighbors, tomorrow I finally get to meet the group that I'm going to be playing Daggerheart with. Yay, Daggerheart! Tabletop role-playing games. Yay! Everyone loves a good TTRPG. Everyone. Okay, maybe not everyone, but my friends do. We have a lot of fun. And it's just like playing pretend with rules, so no one cheats. It's super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Love that guy. He's hilarious. But yeah. Oh look, it's the yarn barf. It caught up to me. So, we're going to be meeting tomorrow night. Sometime after that, either a week from now or 2 weeks from now, next Tuesday. Sorry. Either a week from Tuesday or 2 weeks from Tuesday, we will finally be streaming. And I will let you fine folks know about it as soon as I know when it's going to happen. Super excited. I've got a character that I've made. She's got a cool backstory. She's got cool powers. And the other party members look pretty cool, so it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a great time. Let me know if the music's too loud. We can turn that down. So that might be part of a reason why it's hard to hear me. Ooh. Someone messaged me. My DM for tomorrow sent me a message. So excited. Okay, well, he's not DMing tomorrow, but I get to meet him tomorrow, face to face. Well, virtual face to face. Video to video? I don't know, something like that. He and I already are becoming pretty close friends because I've had to do a lot of talking to him to establish my character and whatnot. And there's a party member that looks like they could be problematic, but we're not sure yet. So I've been taking the DM side on everything because it's tough being a DM. It's tough being a DM that is planning on streaming, and so I sympathize, and so I want to help him. I want him to have fun too. So I've been helping him out by trying to rein in this problem child. I say child, the person claims to be like 30. You can be a child at any age. So, anyhow. Is everyone having fun? Everyone having a good morning? Let me know. Let me know. Put up in chat. Hey, snap, I'm having a great morning. Or, oh no, snap, today sucks. Please help me feel better. I could do that. I could try. So yeah, so this is just double crocheting, chaining, and single crocheting into infinity. So this one's harder to show at this angle. There we go. Oh, there we go. This way. There we go. So here's my 10 double crochets. I'm just making another row of double crochets on top of them, and then next row I'm going to do a double crochet and a chain in between each on each stitch to make the little chain gaps that I need for the rest to establish the loops that the double crochets go into. It's fun times. It is officially summer. My daughter is out of school for the year. She has officially graduated 8th grade. I'm very proud of her. She's a little bit of a troublemaker, but I love her, and I hope she knows that. I hope she understands that I do love her. Just gotta be a little tough because she likes to cause a little ruckus every once in a while. Anyhow, so she goes off to high school next year. She's gonna be a freshman. I don't know how I feel about that. That's scary. That's a big scare. Let's see. See if there's a way I can do this that's like, oh, Just made a half double crochet. That is more visible in the camera. I might have to move this camera back to over my shoulder because this is not working. I'm not going to move it during this stream because I don't want to deafen all of you with the sound of moving stuff around. But this is not working out. Anywho, like my dress. It's pretty. I got it from Svaha, S-V-A-H-A. They're that dress company that's always like, we have dresses with pockets. And they do. Every dress has nice, deep pockets. And I've got 2 of them. And because they are really expensive. They're like $75 a dress. Which, when you're talking like t-shirt dresses that are like super comfy, that's a lot. That's expensive. So they're pretty. This one's got dragons on it. My other one has dice all over it. Ooh, I should probably wear my dice one tomorrow night. That's a good idea. And they are super, super comfy. Like, it's like wearing a t-shirt. And that's it. It's a lot like wearing like a night shirt. It's more accurate. Because it's not tight, it's not itchy or stiff. It's basically t-shirt material. It's a lot of fun. They have all kinds of cool patterns on their website. They like to encourage women in STEM, so there's lots of science-based patterns and a lot of, role-playing game based patterns, lots of dice. Because they know that the ladies in STEM are nerds. Filthy, filthy nerds. And as a woman who wasn't STEM, yeah, we're nerds. I used to be in computer security type stuff. I used to do computer network security analysis. So I'd look at a computer network and be like, aha, there's your problem right there. And that was fun for a while. I'm done with that. It's not my jam. It was fun for a little bit, but it was also really stressful. And it was a lot of work. You had to constantly be in training to keep up with all of the changing technology all the time. All the time. When I say all the time, I mean constant changes. And then a manufacturer would come out with another change, and another one, and another one. And every time, like, think of how often your computer asks you to do updates, or how often your phone updates, and multiply that by like 2 or 3, because you're having to deal with every time someone's computer updates, every time someone's phone updates, every time the network security needs to update. Like, it is a lot. It's a lot to do that sort of stuff. So I couldn't do it anymore. I was done. Okay. Sorry, Mike. Sorry, everyone. I had to adjust the mic because I just was not getting the volume I needed. Sorry about that. All right. So yeah. So now I am pursuing things that bring me joy, that let me learn at a pace that is more comfortable for me. For example, when I want to learn a new stitch for crochet or learn a new pattern, what have you, I can do it when I want. I am not forced to. I am not sitting in a classroom with a bunch of other people who don't want to be there either, with an instructor who would rather not be there most of the time. So this is much better for me. So anyhow, oh, I've got that open. I should probably close that. Bloop. There we go. Oh, and I can close that one too. Plop. The sound effects are necessary. You don't understand. Maybe you do. They're necessary. For me, I have to make sound effects for just about everything. And then on top of that, when I'm talking, sorry, not when I'm talking, when I am doing something and there's an inanimate object involved, most of the time I'm talking to the inanimate object. I am telling it what I need it to do, telling it to stop doing whatever it's doing, things like that. 2, 3, and 4. So, can you identify with that? Is that something that you understand? Oh, I'm sinking down in my chair. Yeah. There we go. You gotta sit up straight. Sit up straight, Snap. You're gonna be an old lady that's shaped like a question mark. Alright, we're gonna get a sip of water here for a second. Oh, hey, look at that. Been streaming for about half an hour now. No wonder I needed a sip of water. I got a new water bottle, so it's naked. This is from Inky Boyle, who did this. Can you see? They're a very talented artist. And it's totally in their style. Very talented artist, very talented tattoo artist. Shout out to Inky Boyo. Gave me a free sticker after my tattoo, so now it's finally made its way onto a water bottle. Alright, let's get back to this. Let's try and sit up straight. Part of the problem is this camera setup. It makes it difficult to, 1, sit up straight, and 2, still face the microphone. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can scoot forward. First, we've got to bring this in a little bit. And try and scoot and not make too much noise. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now we should be closer. Let's see. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to touch the mic. Sorry, I accidentally muted myself. Alright, hey, look at that. We're getting much better. Okay, sit up straight. Talk into the mic. Into the mic. And then, okay. So let's try this. See, we still good there? Sorry, I do this when I'm testing my camera to see if holding my yarn here is visible. I should probably actually pick up my crochet work. There we go. Yeah, we're doing good. Hey, look, that's more visible. Sweet. We're more visible, we're more heard. We're having a good time. Doing good. Alright. So I think Yep. Here is the middle point. This is the center point of the shawl. And so you make two little fans, you would say. And so you end up with 20 stitches going across that as opposed to 10. Makes sense. Like I said last time, a lot of math. A lot of math involved in crocheting. But if you don't think about it, then you're fine. You don't go crazy. When you start thinking about all the math that's involved, that's when things get dicey. That's when things get dicey. It's like, oh no, I'm going mad. So I love H.P. Lovecraft. I swear, there's a reason why I'm bringing this up. And in H.P. Lovecraft's work, there's an ongoing theme of knowledge brings madness. And I could not agree more. Knowledge 100% brings madness. You, seriously, the more you know, the crazier you feel, because you see all of the reasons for everything all around you. You see why the sky is blue. You see why the ocean tide is the way it is. And then you see people willfully ignoring all of that. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, I gotta count. That's what I get for talking and not counting. I wish this was over my shoulder again. This camera was over my shoulder again, so I could look at the screen and crochet off of there instead of having to look down. That's what I was doing last time. But such is life. Such is life. Alright. Are you having fun yet? Been going for half an hour. Officially. Oh, we're scooting down again. Yeah, it's easier to be slightly scooted. To get the hands fully visible with what they're doing. Let's see. Let's try spreading this out more so we can see the glory. There we go. The glory of this shawl instead of just having it all balled up in my lap. There we go. Ooh. All right. Pardon me one moment. Ah, yes. Yes. Soon we shall take over the world. Sorry. Oh, I need to be more careful about that now. You can see my screen. Because this is my hands. This is my hands. Okay. Woosah. Chill stream. Chill stream. Not high energy. Not high energy. Chill. Look at what I can do. My hands make cups. Whee! Yeah. Okay. Enough of that. Let's see if we can get our leg up. Ooh, pardon me. Excuse me. Ooh. I lost my sock. Ooh. Clunk. Crash. Bang, boom. Alright. There we go. Oh. Get out of there. There we go. Alright. Hi. Okay. So, here we are, working on a virus shawl. It's almost done. It should, when you measure this top to the point in a line down the center. Most shawls should be about 28 inches down that center spine. And so you just keep going till it's 28 inches. And right now she is 22 inches. So we'll just keep going. So that means I need to do about 3 more complete sets of these ropes. I need to finish this one, which I'm almost finished with, and then I need to do about 2.5 more. I'll probably do a full 3 more after this, just to make sure it's big enough. You don't really want to finish this one like halfway through a set. It doesn't look right. What's going on over there? There we go. Do 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 do. Sorry. Find myself singing along to the music sometimes. And then we do a single crochet. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then another single crochet. 10. How's it going? How we doing, chat? Having fun? Bored to tears? Either way, let me know. Don't forget to give me a follow on Twitch. Subscribe on YouTube if you enjoy this kind of content. Let me know so I can keep doing it, or stop if you really don't like it. And I understand. I understand if you don't like it. This could be not your cup of tea. Or it could be your cup of tea and you think I'm doing it all wrong. And in that case, let me know. I appreciate critiques. I don't mind constructive feedback. It's nice to get constructive feedback sometimes. All of the time. As long as it's constructive, not just mean, not just critical of what I'm doing. For example, you suck. Not constructive, just critical. But hey, I did not enjoy your stream because I couldn't hear you. Your camera was out of focus on your hands. Things like that. Yeah, okay. Okay. I will take that under advisement, and I will work to mitigate that in the future. All business lingo-y. Business, business, business. Numbers, numbers, numbers. Is this working? Yes. Yay! So yeah, so you'll notice I also put the Rivers shawl in the description, because I might work on that today. I might switch to blanket pretty soon here, or after this row. I'm kind of tired of this particular shawl, It's a little finicky for doing on camera. A little finicky. So, I'd rather do something that's a little less finicky, shows up a little better. And that, friends and neighbors, is the dog blanket. The dog blanket is huge. It's ginormous. Or I could work on the granny square cocoon wrap. It's probably a better idea. Especially since that's just a granny square. And what did we do last time? That's right, we learned how to make a granny square. So we can just keep working on that guy. We're almost done with this row. When we're done with this row, I'll switch it on over. So, having fun, enjoying yourself, let me know. Hit me up in chat. Let me know you're alive. Are you alive, lurker? I love you, lurker. No. I mean, yes. I do love lurker, but I'm not gonna be creepy about it. And you don't have to comment or any of that fun stuff if you don't want to. It's okay. Tried promoting this more on my social media with my friends and family. Let's see if that helped. We'll see if that helped. After the stream, of course, see how many viewers we got. How many of you are there? I don't know. So yeah, gonna play a game called Daggerheart, made by the people who made Critical Role. There is some consternation in the community about how their open gaming license is more restrictive than Wizards of the Coast's open gaming license, which is the whole reason why they made Daggerheart in the first place. They didn't like how restrictive the OGL was. And now they're the problem. But such is life. That sort of thing always happens. I don't like what you're doing. Okay, then fix it. No, I'm gonna be exactly like you. Okay. So I can get the money. Ah, there it is. There's the reason you want the money. But anywho, Daggerheart looks like a fun game, regardless of any OGL issues. It looks like a lot of fun. It's got a lot of moving pieces. It's got dice, it's got cards, it's got character sheets, and then it's got tokens on top of all of that. It's a lot. Some people are saying that it's suffering from an identity crisis, that it doesn't know what kind of role-playing game it wants to be, so it's trying to be all of them, which I can see. I can see that. But it's still fun. I've played it a few times online. That's really the only place I get to play role-playing games these days. I've got a group that I meet with every other week that we play Lord of the Rings 5e instead of Lord of the Rings The One Ring role-playing game. We play the 5e port to 3, 4 conversion, whatever you want to call it. And that's fun. I enjoy that, but I need more of a fix. I've been playing a long time. I need more. More. Just needed more. So, gonna play on the internet with some strangers. Stranger danger. No danger. Only strangers. It can be fun to play with strangers. You never know. Much like Forrest Gump said, you never know what you're gonna get. And I don't mind that. I like that. I think that's fun. I like the different personalities that you meet, different people that you might not have met before or ever encountered for various reasons otherwise. For example, I have played with people that lived in, played with people in the UK. I've played with someone who was living in Germany. I played with someone who lived in the Czech Republic. So, you just get all sorts. All sorts. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun playing online and getting various and sundry accents from all over the world to play with. And that's one of my favorite parts. Let's see. Let me know if this is too close to the camera for my hands. It feels a little more comfortable. So we'll see. And it gets a little more light on it from my angle. Realize that puts more of it in the shadows for you, which sucks. Anyhow. So I love meeting people from around the world. I am a linguophile. I love languages. I am a major nerd about the English language. I don't know if you can see it by my head right there. Right there. It's a college diploma. Guess what my degree's in. That's right. It's an English degree. What? Well, okay. Technically, it's a creative writing degree. But I got it so I could have more credibility when I try to edit rather than write books. Unfortunately, editing, especially editing fiction, super competitive market. And so I just couldn't get my foot in the door. And I was just so frustrated, so tired of it, that I eventually gave up and decided, nah, I'll do it myself. So I decided to write a novel myself and try and employ editors who were like me, that couldn't get their foot in the door. Problem is, I don't like anything I write. I think I suck at writing. It's not true. I am pretty good. I've been told pretty good at writing. Not great. Not like Stephen King or Dean Koontz or, I don't know, pick your author. Level good. But pretty good. I could if I actually sat down and wrote and actually like completed a book, a manuscript, if I was lucky, I could get published. If I was lucky. It takes a lot of luck to get published. People think it takes hard work. No. Luck. Majority luck. You gotta get the right editor, you gotta get the right it's not assistant, it's not accountant, agent. You have to get the right agent, all that fun stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You only have to count the last 10 stitches to make sure that you're actually getting 10 in the last few. So it gets a little confusing. So anyhow, so there is a rough idea in my head for a novel, and even some characterization stuff has been written down, some world building has been done, but no actual chapters or pages or paragraphs have been written. Alright, so that's this row all done. I'm kind of not feeling this pattern today. This is a really cool idea. This is someone took like a toddler sock and you can cut a hole in the toddler sock and then just sew the edge over itself so it doesn't unravel. And now all of a sudden you've got a way to hold your yarn and pull yarn out and just generally keep your yarn safe from pet hair, dust, dirt, your own hair. Let's all face it, folks, our own hair gets in our projects just as much as our pets does. I've literally crocheted my own hair into a project. It's madness. I hate it. Anyhow. Oop. There went that hook. There we go. Sorry, my headphone was slightly off and so it was hurting my ear. I'm gonna get another sip of water and then we're gonna move on to the granny square. And we're gonna keep adjusting to try and get this camera situation sorted out. Okay. There's the yarn. There's the project. Oh, we're stuck. Okay. Oh, come on. Dropping things. There we go. Okay. Let's try moving things on our tray a little bit. Sorry. Nope. Sorry. All these terrible noises. Okay. Come on, focus. Focus. Focus, friend. Focus. 6mm hook. That's what I'm trying to show you. Hard to see. Alright, 6mm hook. Worsted weight yarn. And you just make a giant granny square. Just a giant granny square. And I've said this before about this project, but I'll say it again just in case you're new. You make the granny square however many inches you need. In this case, it asks for a 40-inch granny square. My mother's slightly larger than me, so to make a granny square shrug, pardon me, that will fit her, I need to make it slightly larger than that, so I was thinking 46 inches should be about right. And you just make a square. This is how I like to hold my yarn. Your results may vary. Everyone holds their yarn different. And you just make a cluster of 3 double crochets in every chain space. You make your 3, you chain 1, and you repeat over and over again until you get to the corner. So let's see if we can keep this up for a little while. We are at almost an hour in. Yay! Sorry. I'm trying to get my yarn to pull without making a bunch of noise, but it's not easy. Alright. So, yep, just make your double crochets forever into the infinite void. Last time I measured this, it was closer to 30 inches than 40. So maybe at the end of this stream, oh, I have an idea. Oh. Okay, and let's say plop. Oh, that got a lot out. Let's see. There we go. We're tossing journals onto the floor. Gently tossing journals. I'm on the floor. I gotta stretch. To make room for the yarn bowl so that the yarn can get pulled without making a bunch of noise on the surface of the desk and not disturb you guys. Let's see how that works. Sorry, gotta adjust myself every so often. Ooh. We're just gonna pre-pull a bunch of yarn because this yarn is being persnickety, not wanting to pull in the yarn bowl. There we go. Now we are comfortable again. 2 and 3 and chain. And away we go. Let's see if we can see this better now than the last thing we were crocheting. A little bit. I can kind of follow along with myself on screen. So it's better than it was, right? Alright. Let me know in chat if it's blurry, because I can't really tell. It's too small on my screen for me to tell if it's blurry or not. Let me know if you're having troubles hearing me still. All that fun stuff. This is my 4th? Yeah, I think this is my 4th stream ever. So I'm still learning. I'm still a noob. So let me know what I'm doing wrong. Let me know what I'm doing right. All that fun stuff. So anyhow, as you can probably tell, green is my favorite color. I'm wearing a green dress. I'm sitting in a green chair. My earrings are green. Skein. Well, see, there it is. Purple, green, blue skeins. And then my headphones are green. Like I said, I'm sitting in a green chair. The yarn bowl that I'm pulling yarn out of is green. We're honestly very lucky that I'm not working on a green project right now. I have a green project that I am working on. I am working on a knitting project where I am making a snake that will be a necklace. Hopefully when that's done, it won't look like garbage. I'm not great at knitting. Knitting is not my forte. Crochet is where it's at for me. Anyhow, so if it looks nice, I will wear it when I finish it. I'm hoping to finish it before I meet my group tomorrow night. And then I can wear it to meet them. And when I wear it to meet them, I can get compliments or like, no, don't wear that. That's creepy, that's gross, that's bad, whatever the case may be. I remember when I was learning how to crochet, I was watching YouTube quite a bit of YouTube, and I'd be watching these people crocheting, and they would just be going so fast, just finishing a stitch in just a couple of motions, it felt like. And I remember being amazed and thinking, I am never going to be that fast. And so I remember practicing, just constantly crocheting and trying to get faster and faster. And now look at me, I'm almost as fast as some of those ladies. It only took me like 10 years. As my friends, I have been crocheting about 10 years. Probably closer to 11. Let's see. It's currently 2025. I got out of the Navy in 2015. Thank you. I was in the Navy for 8 years. And I learned how to crochet after I got out of the Navy. But it was the same year. So, yeah, 10 years. Coming up on 10 years that I have been crocheting. And haven't really stopped. Have not really stopped since I started. I've put things down for a little while. Certain projects have gotten put into hibernation. Certain projects have gotten completed, brought back out of hibernation. There's only one project in permanent hibernation. And that is the blanket that me and my best friend started. She started her own blanket. I started this one, mine, and we started at the same time, and we were trying to teach each other. She was trying to teach me how to crochet based on what she remembered of her mom crocheting. And then, lucky for the both of us, her mom actually showed up not too long after that and actually sat down and taught us what we were doing wrong. I was trying to slip stitch a blanket. Like, not just add slip stitches to the blanket to like connect things. No. I thought I was making single crochets. And they were just slip stitches. And so I was making rows upon rows of slip stitches. Wondering why it was taking forever and why it looked weird and was all stiff and scratchy. The scratchy part is because I was using vintage, not current, vintage Red Heart yarn. And anyone who knows anything about yarn can tell you Red Heart, while very affordable, it's not a great quality of yarn. Always. It's gotten better. It's gotten a lot better. It's gotten softer. But the vintage stuff, the stuff that's from like 80s, 70s, got some stuff from the 70s. I, no lie, have yarn from the 70s that I got from my mom. So I was using this stuff that I don't even know how old it is. Maybe it was from the 90s, maybe it was from the early 2000s, I don't know. But it was crappy yarn. And so it's very scratchy and it was very stiff, and I thought I was doing a great job. And then I found out, nope, just slip stitches. And I was like, I'm done. And so I put that to the side and started working on other things like, let's see, I made a beanie. After that, I actually made quite a few beanies. I just made beanies for a little while after that. And now I make amigurumi, I make blankets, I make shawls. I've made a couple cardigans. I've made one shrug, one cardigan, technically two cardigans. The first cardigan I made barely fit me, and I was like 30 pounds lighter at the time, so it was too small. I thought I had followed the instructions for the gauge to get everything the right size, but no, I had not. And so I was too small, so I decided eventually to undo it. And it was the first wearable that wasn't a beanie that I had ever made. And I was still so new to crocheting that I was trying things like tying knots in my crochet and whatnot. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, so we're not going to talk about crocheting anymore. Sorry about that, folks. Sorry about that. Alright, so here we are. I'm a nerd, you're a nerd, we're all nerds. Nerds rule together. We have been streaming for a little over an hour now. And we are working on a granny square that will eventually get made into a cocoon wrap. Until then, we just have lots and lots and lots of double crochets to make. And we're gonna keep Scooting down, apparently. Boop. There we go. If I'm gonna keep scooting down, I might as well move the camera closer, right? Right. Forget posture. Who needs good posture? Not me. Not I, said the cat. So yeah, so here we are. Birds outside. Some relaxing music. How you doing? You having fun? I'm having fun. I'm not getting discouraged. You're getting discouraged. No, we're fine. Stay out of the spiral, Liz. Stay out of the spiral. We're just making some crocheted stuff. We're just crocheting. And we're happy. And we're babbling. Babble, babble, babble. I love Gravity Falls. I love Mabel. Mabel is a great character. I identify heavily with Mabel. I'm just kind of weird, crafty. No one appreciates my genius crafts. Not my family, anyway. But it's okay. 'Cause I'm happy. And that's all that matters, right? Right. Alright, so how are we? Welcome. If there's anything you'd like to see me do, crochet-wise, let me know. And hop in the chat if the mood strikes you. Give me a follow. Give me a like. Give me a subscribe if you're on YouTube. I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere. I'm on Twitch, I'm on YouTube, on Instagram. Got links everywhere. The link in the description is to something that I'm not currently working on. It's a virus shawl. This is a granny square cocoon wrap that I will eventually post the pattern to once I get to a point where I'm no longer making a granny square into infinity. Once I actually get to a point where the granny square is big enough, then I'll post the pattern. For now, you know how to make a granny square, you know what I'm doing. Making double crochets till the end of time. So how are you? Did you have a good weekend? You have fun? Have a good Father's Day? Let me know in chat. I don't think I can see comments right now, but I can see the chat. So got a link in the description to this, to the virus shawl and to the rivers shawl. I might get to later. Don't know. Don't know if I'll get to that later. Right now we're just making a granny square. So yep, so I'm excited for tomorrow night. Tomorrow night I get to meet over video chat the people that I'm going to be doing a stream with, playing Daggerheart. We're super excited. We can't wait to meet each other because that's the first step. We've made our characters. We're ready to play, but we need to actually meet each other to see if we actually are cohesive as a group. Answer some questions about each other's characters, stuff like that. Make sure that everybody gels together well. don't want any clashing personalities, you know? Just gotta... Everyone's gotta meld. Everyone's gotta mesh. Not everyone has to be the same. Not everyone has to have the same personality. We just gotta get along. We just gotta get along. At least for the most part. Might be funny if there's a little conflict in the group. Might make things a little more interesting. But we don't want too much. We don't want to cause drama. We don't want to film drama. That's not our goal. We're not drama llamas. Yep, sorry. I'm wandering away from my camera. There we go. Like I said earlier, I have literally crocheted my hair into projects, and that seems to be what's going on right now. Oh, sorry. I have a strand of hair that has made it into my project that has been crocheted as if it was yarn. Silly, silly hairs. Oh, we're almost to the beginning of the round. Cool. A row? No, I'm not turning, so I consider it a round rather than a row. A row, you turn at the end. A round, not so much. Though, a round, you're not slip stitching to the beginning of itself. You're just going over it. Where a row, you are slip stitching to yourself. So, there's debate, there's wiggle room, there's a gray area. Let's try and get this in the top of this chain 3. Let's start begin through there. And then pull this one. There we go. Okay. And then chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I thought I heard my dog squeaking. And that would have been sad, because he only does that when he's sad. Might have been a bird outside. Anywho. I love my dog. His name is Patches. He's a cutie patootie. He's getting to be up there in age, but he's a sweetheart still. He's only 10, and he's a Chihuahua mix, so he could live like 5 up to 10 years. But you never know. I don't know what I would do if he passed. When he passes, I don't know what I'm gonna do. He has been with me since he was 9 months old. So he wasn't even a full year old yet when we got him, and he was given up for adoption. And I can't believe it. He's the sweetest little dog ever. He loves going in his kennel. He's kennel trained, like he's crate trained. He loves going in there. He gets a treat every time, and he's super excited to go in because he gets his treat. He's super food motivated, loves food, will do anything for food, whether it's apples or actual dog treats, what have you. He doesn't care. He loves food. So he had a bit of a chewing problem when he was younger. He liked to chew on a lot of things. But that's understandable. When he was younger, he was still teething. Dogs teeth for a while. They don't finish teething until at least 2 years old. And that's what he was doing. So he was chewing on stuff, but he wasn't chewing on anything he wasn't supposed to. He chewed on toys and chew toys because we gave him those. I think whoever owned him before us didn't understand what getting a puppy meant. Because he was even house trained when we got him. He was going potty outside, no problem, wasn't having accidents. Still hasn't really had many accidents in the house. He only goes out of desperation in the house if it's been a long time and you're not paying attention to him, then he'll go. But he's got bells on his door outside, so he rings the bells to let you know that he would like to go outside, and then you're like, oh, I hear the bells, I will let the dog out. And that's it. That's all you gotta do, is you just gotta listen. Pets can talk too. You just gotta listen. It's not English words like you and me. It's vocabulistic ain't as good as using mine. Sorry, my yarn ball has decided it doesn't want to spin anymore again. We're gonna, we're gonna stretch. It's been a minute since we stretched. I'm gonna grab a little water. Ooh, there goes one of my headphones. There we go. Grab a little water. There we go. Okay. Find my place in the world again. There we go. How we doing? Still having fun? Sorry if I'm boring. Try not to be. Try not to be boring. Just not quite sure what to do to be entertaining while I crochet. I'm trying to be chill. Trying to engage you in conversation. Trying to tell you interesting stories. But I'm not getting any feedback. So I don't know if what I'm doing is working or not. I've tried asking my friends. I've had friends watch this. And I've asked them for feedback. And the one piece of feedback I always get is, it was very soothing. Okay. And? Is soothing boring? Is soothing good? I don't know if you don't tell me. So, yeah. Coming up on an hour and a half. Well, we're halfway there. Well, copyright in the prayer. So yeah, so we're just gonna keep crocheting. Ugh. Gotta try and twist this way so it's more obvious to the camera what I'm doing. There we go. I'm gonna have to put my brace on after this. My arm's getting tired. Got a elbow brace that I wear because my elbow doesn't like this. See this elbow right here? Yeah, she doesn't like it. She is upsetty spaghetti. Upsetty spaghetti at this repetitive motion that I'm doing. So that's part of why I take breaks, part of why I try to make sure my posture is good, things like that, stretch, all of that fun stuff to keep myself from hurting myself too much. Problem is when you have to sit in one spot and stream for 3 hours in front of a computer, you're gonna get a repetitive stress injury. It's just that's a given. That's a given, friends. So just suffering. I have so many movie and TV and whatnot quotes stuck in my head that are just part of my vocabulary now that I'm not even sure where all of them came from. For example, it took me a second to remember suffering comes from Yoda talking to Anakin about what hate leads to and all that fun stuff, what fear leads to. So things like that. And like, I don't even know where upsetty spaghetti comes from. Internet? Somewhere? I mean, that's the answer to most things these days, right? It came from the internet. So, how's everybody feeling? Everybody doing okay? Staying hydrated? It's a weird summer for where I'm at. I'm on the East Coast. It's been hot. It's been humid. It's been rainy. And then it's been like blazing hot with no rain and bad air quality. And so it's just, it sucks. The weather is just crazy around here these days. The world, she be a changin'. And that is an undisputed fact. It's changing. And that change is not for the better. Not for the better of the human and the kind. Nope. Anyhow, not getting political. Do not get political on stream. That is the way to death. Death. We're in a corner again, so we make 2 clusters of 3 double crochets with a chain 2 in the middle, and you chain 1 after her. And you go into the next chain space. Forever and ever, until the end of time. Until the end of time. Do 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 do. You know, I might, just for the sake of my strength, my elbow and wrist, I might just stop at 2 hours today. I think that's going to be my new stream length. I think 2 hours is good. So, half an hour left. And I'll change my schedule. I'll update my schedule after this to more accurately reflect the shorter stream times. I'm still looking to add a third time to stream in the week. I'm just not sure when, because Thursdays and Fridays are still busy days for me, and I don't want to stream 3 days in a row. I don't want to stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you know? But if that's what you want, if you want to see me every morning for 3 days in a row every week, let me know. Drop a comment, drop a message in chat, something. Let me know what you think. Do you think 3 times in a week is better? Do you think sticking with 2 is fine? What do you think? Let me know. Oh, my stomach, she hungers. She is making the noises. Sorry if you can hear her. She is upsetty. I ate a good breakfast. I don't know why. My stomach's all of a sudden rebelling against me. Oh, sorry. Sorry for the noise. The yarn's still disobeying me. Sorry. Gotta come over here. Gotta come over here so you can see what I'm doing with my hands. You gotta see what I'm doing with my hands, otherwise there's no point to this stream. Otherwise it's just me talking, and nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that. And who am I? Just some schmuck on the internet. Just some schmuck on the internet. But if I can crochet, then I'm a schmuck on the internet that crochets. Haha. That makes me slightly more interesting and worth watching, theoretically. Theoretically. I'm trying not to point at you. I make my finger that's holding the yarn stiff so to help control the tension, and unfortunately I can't do that with it bent. The yarn slips off of my finger then, or if it doesn't, it's not a natural position for my finger to be in. My finger doesn't like it. It prefers to just stick it out like that. It locks in that position, so it's easier for me, what with all my double jointed and hypermobileness and all of that fun shenanigans. Do do do. Let me know if the music's too loud for you, or if you can't even hear music at all. Because I've got music going. To me, it's really loud. But, I mean, I'm hearing it in my headphones. If it's not... If you can't hear it, let me know. Or if you can hear it and it's like drowning out my voice, also let me know, please. So that I can adjust it. I'm trying to dial this whole thing in. For example, Wednesday, this camera right here, she's gonna be somewhere else. I've got to figure out a place to put that thing where you can see what I'm doing when I crochet and it's not in the way. Never realized that would be as hard as it is. I even have tape. There's one leg on this tripod that keeps popping out, and I even have taped that leg onto itself, onto the body, and it still falls off. It's talented. I need to pull some super glue on a specific part of it to fix it. But until I do that, it's just gonna keep popping out. That's fun times. So here we are, making double crochets into the void until the end of time. Go ahead, drop a comment in the chat. Let me know how you're doing. Give me a follow, maybe a like, maybe a subscribe if you're on YouTube. That's always fun. So you know when I'm going to be live next. Right now the plan is to be live again on Wednesday. Same time, so 09:30 a.m. for those on the East Coast, which is where I am, until about 11:30. I really think 2 hours is my max. I was a little overzealous when I thought I could do 3 hours. It's just not. I don't have the endurance for it yet. It's surprisingly difficult to sit in a chair and crochet for multiple hours on end. You wouldn't think so. Here we are. So, yep. So Wednesday, I'll see you again. I'll let you know how the meeting of the new friends that I'm going to play Daggerheart with went on Wednesday. All that fun stuff. Time has just slowed down to crawl for me. I don't know about you. It's ridiculous. I was going along happily crocheting, not noticing how much time was passing. And now that I actually have an end goal in sight, time crawls. Time slows down. Isn't that how it always is? It's something relativity, something Einstein. Right? When I was in the Navy, I worked in an office that we nicknamed Schrodinger's Cove because it used to have a piratical name, and so we wanted to keep the pirate theme, but management was always certain that we were slacking off, and so they would come into the office to check on us to make sure we were working, and we were. But if they weren't in there directly observing us working, they thought we were slacking off. So we nicknamed ourselves Schrodinger's Cove. We were either working or not working, depending on whether you were observing us or not, was the joke. And so I ended up learning quite a bit about Schrodinger's cat and the whole thing behind it. Did you know that Schrodinger's cat was not a thought experiment designed to teach you the uncertainty principle in quantum physics? It was to illustrate how silly that idea was, how It's not possible for a cat to be both alive and dead, depending on whether you're observing it or not. Therefore, the quantum uncertainty principle didn't make sense, because an atom cannot be both there and not there, or whatever, based on observation. Well, unfortunately for Schrodinger, his little parody, his little satire, became more popular than the actual examples given for the uncertainty principle. I can't remember who came up with it right now. Nope, can't remember right now. And so everyone associates that Schrodinger's cat with the quantum uncertainty principle, and they see it as an explanation, and that a good explanation of the theory. And it really is. It's a great explanation, as long as you don't think about it. Because he's right, you can't have a cat that's both alive and dead at the same time, depending on whether you're observing it or not. But because you don't know if it's alive or if it's dead, it kind of works as a thought experiment. It helps illustrate quantum uncertainty principle. Until you observe that cat, it is both alive and dead at the same time, to your mind, to your perception. And so, there you have it. There's your little nerd rant for the day. We managed to kill 5 minutes with a nerd rant. Let's see what else we can rant about. Let's see. You want to know how Daggerheart's dice system works? I'm going to take your silence as a yes. So, in Daggerheart, instead of rolling a d20 whenever you want to perform an action, like you do in Dungeons and Dragons, if there's an action that there's an element of uncertainty whether you'll succeed or fail, just like in D&D, you roll your dice. Well, in this case, instead of a d20, like I said, you're rolling two d12s. And one is one color, and the other one's another. And with the idea that one represents hope, and one represents fear. And so what you do is you roll your 2d12, and with the idea of, okay, the one that's blue represents hope, and the one that's red represents fear. And you roll your 2 dice, and which you add the 2 numbers together. So you get a 9 on the hope die and a 3 on the fear die. Well, now you have rolled a 12, and because the hope die's number was bigger, you have now rolled with hope. And that means you get a hope point, which you get to spend on things to make actions succeed more, or certain abilities need hope to spend in order to perform. And so that's all fun. And then, but say you rolled that same 9 and same 3, but instead you got the 9 on the fear die. You've still made a 12, so you could still have succeeded your check if the DC was 12 or lower. But now you've succeeded with fear. And there are 2 ways your DM can handle the fear. Either he or they take that and turn it into a fear point that is a resource the DM can spend, or they immediately spend it and you still succeed or fail, depending on whether you made it or not, but with a complication. And so that'll be something like, okay, so you managed to get to the top of the wall that you're trying to climb over, but you scrape your knee along the way. Take 1 stress or something along those lines. And yeah, there's stress and there's armor and there's hit points, all different ways. Yeah, I would leave too. There's a whole bunch of different ways to determine how you stay alive in Daggerheart. So yeah. So 15 more minutes, then we're done. Then we're done for the day. And then I will see you on Wednesday after seeing my role-playing friends. So, oh, that was odd. My eye just twitched. Wonder why. So, comment, like, subscribe, follow, what have you. Push buttons, push random buttons, see what happens. I don't know what will happen. I push random buttons all the time. I love pushing buttons. You put a big red button in front of me and says, do not press. I'm gonna press it. And that may or may not be a problem, depending on what that big red button does. So yeah, so we're gonna keep going for a few more minutes, 14-ish, 13. And then we'll be done for the day, because I am sore. I am tired, and I just need a little less today. Hello friends, welcome to the stream. Give me a like or a follow if you are enjoying it. Anywho, how you doing? You having fun? Did you have a good weekend? Let me know what you did in the chat. Did you have a fun Father's Day? Did you have a fun not Father's Day? Let me know. I'm just making a giant granny square right now, and there's a link in the description and up in chat for the virus shawl that I was making earlier. This is not a virus shawl, this is a granny square, and I'm going to be winding down here soon. Unfortunately, I'm feeling rather sore today, so I'm not going to be able to stay on stream for 3 hours like I planned. I will only be here for a total of 2 hours, and unfortunately for all of us, that 2 hours is coming to an end pretty soon here. I got about 11 minutes left of the stream. So anywho, go ahead and let me know if you're having trouble hearing me. Let me know if you're having trouble seeing what my hands are doing. If that camera's out of focus, let me know. I really need to figure out where to put that guy. All that fun stuff. So that I can be the best streamer I can be. Yeah, just making double crochets. I'm working on a granny square, so you just make 3 double crochets in a chain space, and then you make a chain 1, and that's it. that's all you do. Hop in chat if there's something you want to talk about. And for these last 10 minutes or so, before I gotta go. Let me know if you like my dress. I bought it on the line. It's got pockets. I love pockets. I love dresses with pockets. It's very comfortable, hence why I'm slouching. I am very comfortable though. It's like wearing a nightshirt. It's very nice. So, but yeah, let me know if you can't see what I'm doing. I'm just making double crochets. Let me know if you want me to slow down. I can slow down, do them a little slower. Like I said, let me know if you're having trouble hearing me. I'm not exactly speaking into my mic most of the time. I'm kind of speaking off this way, which may or may not be getting picked up by the mic very well. Anyhow, so here we are, start of a new week. I'll be back Wednesday. I will start at 9:30 Eastern again on Wednesday. I'm gonna try and fit in a third stream this week. I'm just not quite sure when. And I'm thinking I'm gonna switch to just 2-hour streams instead of 3, so that I don't get as tired from the stream. My arm is pretty sore right now from crocheting, and that's no fun. I need to be able to like crochet for fun. I like to crochet. That's why I'm here. Having a lot of fun crocheting with you. Oh, what's it say? Oh, okay. Oh, I just need to stretch for a second. I'm going for a little bit. How are folks doing? Why is my... I need to wear different headphones. These headphones keep trying to run away from me. They don't stay in my ears very well. I've got other headphones over there. Alright. Yeah. Go ahead, post up in chat. Anything comes to mind. Hello. How are you folks doing? Ooh. Oh, we just switched songs. Okay. Thought my music abandoned me. We got a few more minutes. Oh yeah, look at this. That is like a rope burn, but from yarn. And it happens all the time to me. I hold my yarn too tight, and then I hold it in the same position for long periods of time, and you end up with a little yarn burn. It was fun times. It's completely my fault, completely preventable. I don't. So if you're thinking about starting crocheting but afraid of yarn burn, don't worry about it. You'll only have a problem with it if you hold your yarn too tight, which a lot of people when they're starting do. That is true. But eventually you'll loosen up most of the time, and you won't have that problem. I am just odd, and I am constantly applying pressure, well, tension to the yarn, so I'm ending up with these yarn burns. And my fingers have gotten so used to it, I don't even feel it anymore, other than the slight lack of circulation, which is why you saw me rubbing it earlier, is to restore circulation to the finger. And that's it. Yes, that's really the only reason. It's not because it hurts. Not anymore. I've got kind of kind of like a callus, kind of like, oh, dead nerves. Killed the nerves in my finger. Lost that stitch completely. Good thing this isn't knitting. If this was knitting, I'd be in trouble. But nope, it's crochet. You can drop stitches, you can add stitches, all without ever having any kind of hassle. Alright, 5 more minutes. You two having fun, enjoying yourselves, enjoying lurking. My mouth is dry, even though I've been drinking water. I'm so sorry if I keep licking my lips and things like that. I'm also wearing lipstick, and I'm trying not to mess that up. And failing miserably, I'm sure. And it's also making my lips kind of sticky. That's no fun. That's no fun. So anyhow. We're almost done. I'm probably going to take some ibuprofen or something like that after this. Take a nap. Well, get a snack. And then take a nap. My arms hurt. I'm hungry. It's time to stop. It's just time. I'll give you the benefit of the full 2 hours. I won't quit that much earlier on you folks. Don't want to abandon you to the wilds of the internet before I promised. So yeah, before I disappear, give me a like, a follow, a subscribe, whatever. Push buttons, mash buttons. See what happens. If you are friends of mine and you know how to contact me afterwards. Let me know what you thought of the stream. If there's any ways you think I can improve. If you think that everything was just great, let me know. Like I said earlier, I appreciate constructive criticism. Sorry, I'm trying to pull some hair out of my work. I appreciate constructive criticism. I will always take constructive criticism. I'm new to this streaming thing, and so if I'm too quiet, if my music's too loud, if you don't think I need music at all, whatever, let me know. If my camera's out of focus, if I keep wandering away from my camera, things like that. Send me a text, send me a message. Let me know. And I will greatly appreciate it. Don't send things like, you suck. That's not constructive. Also not constructive, oh my god, that was great. No. How was it great? Why was it great? What made it great? That's the stuff I want to know. Was it soothing? Was it annoying? Was it? What was it? What was this stream like for you? Oh, we're almost done. We got about a minute left. About a minute. So, we'll get to this corner, and that'll probably be the end of the stream, which feels fitting. Oh hey, it's the end of the round. There we go, super fitting. So I will have completed 2 rounds on this granny square today. Yay! So I will see you all again on Wednesday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern, for about 2 hours, and as soon as I know when I can squeeze another 2 hours in, I will post that on the schedule. And until then, I will see you Wednesday. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye, friends. Bye.